Hey, good afternoon, and I'm on live on YouTube there. Great to be on air live, and everybody likes me when I talk live too. Got quite a few people meeting house that does, not me over at the Peacemaker Church that do watch me online, including, two lovely daughter and the brother does. Both are one is brother and brother of that. Both one Mike Reverend Sachs to family. They like listen to live stream. And thank you for listening out there. Of course, you are great people, and I'm here today to say something. You know what that is? Well, a little dark in here. If I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna increase the illumination, the light. I'm gonna say, God, let there be light. God, there's light. Let there be light. That's right. It comes in the Testament, First Testament, or Bible there. Well, I had to go. Yeah, now. No, you can see me better. Hey, yeah, you can now. Have the lights on. Anyway, thank you very much. Nice, beautiful light. Compliment of a city housing. Talk about things today. Well, the other day, I saw something pretty stupid, but I noticed in Hamilton, there's a lot of people that are winding up homeless on the street. And a lot of reason is many, many things. What is it? I can tell you. Many things that can make a person homeless. Number one, unaffordable rent in many apartment buildings. The person cannot afford a very awful rent. And as a result, these people end up homeless on the street as with their high rent. Another thing happens. Some people have mortgages on houses. And during the COVID, they couldn't pay mortgage at bank. So all of a sudden, they've been like, guess what? They end up on the streets with no place to go and in the tent. And not this, that, but some of the people are getting, then comes the guy with the big load of money going like this. And they open the briefcase full of money, and they got dirty, look like a mob gangster with a singular, I call them. And they go along, here you. Do you want to make a lot of money being homeless on a city street? They want to make a lot of money all at once? About $1 million. Here, what's your name? My name is blah, blah, blah. But okay, well, Mr. Don't Drink and Drive. Well, here we go. I'm going to get you a plane. I'm going to do this for you right now. Boom, put the ticket. I got plane ticket here to fly to Central America to pick up an extra bag down there in Bogota, Colombia. And guess what? Oh my God! Here's $1,000 to help you get there. Here's $1 million to get there and back. Yeah, okay, okay, and go to the airport, hop on the Go bus, travel to Pearson Airport, get on the airplane. What happens? You really want to know what really going to happen? Unfortunately, the story goes a little bit like this. Well, you get off the plane and then you get on, going through, boom, boom, pop the passport, blah, 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 board the plane. You get off and the landing and the plane takes off. And they come around, here you go, $1.25 for the sandwich on the plane, all that. And the plane lands in Central America, Bogota, Colombia, all places. And then they also get off the plane, walking through that jet bridge into the terminal, going through immigration, just go through boom, 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 you get through immigration. Then you got through immigration, no problem. Then you pick your bag up on the carousel at the airport and walking, through the airport. Come out. and a guy pulls up in a nice fancy limo Royce Phantom. He won a big high helmet, but he pulls up. You get in the back of that car now. Oh, yes, I will. Got him. Takes you to the hotel. Get here. There's the hotel. Stay there. We're gonna be back for you. Well, and then the person come back, and they're gonna say, okay, what we gonna do now? We're gonna put this up. We're gonna open your stomach, and we're gonna do what we're gonna do is we're gonna make you put this up your butt, and we're gonna make sure it's hard rock. We can't be detected, and we're gonna load you up as much as you can handle. What do you mean? What we load me up with? We can load you up with crack cocaine to the highest, and it can be on the butt. Nobody gonna know, and you're gonna get $1,000 when you get back. $1 million when you return with it to him. Okay, they load it into, they load it. Ow, ooh, it hurts. He's rubbing it in. It hurts. Ooh, it hurts. Ooh. And you get out and walk back to check out a hotel, head back to the airport, and you get in the airport and you walk in. All of a sudden, you see two guys in police uniform. The Colorado police officer come up to you. Hey, sir, you come with us now. What do you mean? I got to get back now. They pack the cuff, walk you into a room. And they bring in this room, interrogation room, slam you hard on a seat like. And they said to you, we know what you got. Drugs, where are they? I don't have any drugs. What do you do? I don't have any drugs. Well, we're gonna put you on and send you up, stand up here. We're gonna X-ray you. The X-ray. If I see all this up there. You got something on your buttocks. You got drugs shoved up there. What do you mean? Well, you know what? We're going to remove them. And then we're going to make sure that you don't do it again. What do you mean, Nasser? Oh, my God, caught. Well, you're going to spend some time in jail in front of the magistrate while you get to time. You do that. We can do that for you. You're not going to leave the country. We're going to keep you here until you rot in jail for many years. And on top of that, when you do a court case, it's going to be like awful. Yeah, hey, just a little minute. Well, when you do get a court case, timing is going. You're gonna plead. You're not whether get it or not. Well, my God, why did I do this? I'm crying. I'm going to jail. The goddamn drugs are gonna kill me. And you should have. Well, he should have thought of that before he did that. And they slap you with a cuff and walk it through. They restamp the passport, and then after they stamp it, they take it away. But then we're gonna hook you off and load you in the air, and they lock you up in Colombian jail. Lock you up in a very dirty, rundown, filthy, dirty prison, holding you there. You wait for 1 year go by, the guy go in and they beat the crap out of you. They take your food. You get hungry. You want to eat, but the people but they won't let you eat. They put you hard grueling labor, making you sew underwear for ladies, and work you so hard, working me to death without pay. I didn't want out of here. And the guard come along and said, "You not getting out of here. You down for the count." Oh no, I didn't want to get out of here. Bang on the bottom. Well, you going down for the count right now. You going down, lock up. Okay, now. You got a date with a magistrate. And you're coming down to the courthouse. Oh, I'm scared. And the magistrate wheels you and go down to the courthouse. The magistrate looks you in the eye and says, well, we got your airport right. You spent all the time in jail. That 1 year time served. We're going to have 1 year more sentence and get out of here. Thank goodness. And I don't want to see you back in Colombia again. So that, I'm going to be killed and tortured by a man. Well, I should have thought of that before you ended up doing this. Think, now you got time to think about it. Oh, get that piece of drug sit out of my courtroom now. And first, I'm locked in jail, and I don't know how I'd keep me in, and I got gonna rule me in life and maybe work, and why? And the time is going day by day by day, the year dragging, and you. Finally, the time is coming. I get my lease date coming. Hooray, hooray, hurrah. Boom, open the door. Come on. And I open the door. Okay, you. We come to take you to discharge. You're being released today from jail. And that's that. Oh boy. So they get released. Then I getting released. My goodness. And then I sort of, well, I'm going to go to the somewhere, try to get a flight back. I don't have money and I don't have no money, but I can probably get a job down here in Colombia somewhere. Yeah, I'm going to do a job and I'm going to work or make sure I get good and deported from the country. That's the only way I'm going to get back. So I walked out of, so the person walks out of, I walk out of jail. This is the story. I walk down the road. I walk up to this guy down there and said, and the guy, we're fine person, come on in. I'm going to get you working behind my vegetable stand. Yep, okay, sorry. Okay, but I'm sitting behind the guy's selling vegetables at a good, at 10 Cordovas with the currency. Oh, yeah. All of a sudden, a guy come up, and 2 months later, a couple man come in, black suit. And what did they say? They look at me and yeah, sir, mister, comers up now. Come out, the slapstick off from me. I got paid anyway. Then guess what? Took me all that road and they ripped me back out of the car, take me immigration holding. We're gonna put you on a net flight back to Toronto Pearson Airport now. Please get on a plane. We don't want you on. You trash our country. We don't want you anymore. I'm glad you sent me back. Thank goodness for that. Oh, then they walk me right through the airport. They walk me right up to the airplane, and they set me down inside this airplane. And after that, as soon as I took my ticket, and okay, they get up, walk the other way. I took a cup stuff, whatever. You sit down here and and you have a seat. They put you down, and guess what? Sit back, relax. I get off it. Now a plane come by, and they don't have a lot of money on. I had some Columbia Cordovas that got paid from a vendor. I worked that a little bit to make money. And I used a little bit of that. Do you take Colombian currency? Yeah, actually 10 Cordovas on a plane. Okay, he gave him 10 Cordovas. Okay, here we go. Have a nice meal and sandwich. Okay. And I get flying along, we're moving on, finally landing in Toronto, Ontario. Finally, I say, oh, good, I'm home. And then I get off the plane, and I sit in Canadian Customs, tell them what happened, all that. And they said to me, well, there's a lot of people waiting for your return. New families out there wonder why you end up doing that. You had why you end up there in jail and all that. Not an easy thing. It was very hard. 10 years of pain, suffering I went through, brutal. And I really pissed off that they did this to me. Pissed off at people who tried to trick me into it, got me tricked into on the street. Well, that's sort of, but here you go. Stamp, admitted. Come on. I went through, grabbed the suitcase, walked through, got my suitcase there. Oh, picked it up and come out of the door. And guess what? Get there to that. All of a sudden, my mom and dad waiting. Mommy, daddy, and my cousin. And what happened to you? You've been down. I've been taking prison. This awful man I stuck on the street off my property. Awful man came. He took me and sent me to me get back, and I ended up spending 15 years in jail down there because of him. Well, the man I caught, he's in jail himself here. Thank goodness. Hooray! Oh, I think he just get home, relax. It's been a long ordeal. Okay, I get home, relaxed, and recovering from that stench and all that. And guys are going, oh, thank God I'm home. I got happy. But and I wake a flashback, nightmare, and boom. Finally, after a while, I recovered, and I said, never again will end up on the street. And that's what happened to homeless people sometimes on any street, any place you think about, any city, any time of day. Well, they do that. Another awful thing that happened to homeless people too is that they get so dependent on the system that they get to the point where, oh, I get free meals here, live here, go hospital, get free bed, salvation. Think about this one. No bed is free at any homeless shelter. Know who pays for that bed? The taxpayer. Know where the homeless shelter get the money to pay for your stay? They take almost 50. You might get this much on Ontario Works. $600 on Ontario Works. Might get this much on Ontario Works. It might get this much on Ontario Works. Maybe get that much on Ontario Works, but you're only going to get, how much they're going to take off? Want to guess? That's where you're going to get this. $50. All you're going to get every month in living hospital. Why do they take that amount of money and taking off to pay for your accommodations in the hospital, in a place like that, to where in a place that have a good shepherd, any place, women's shelter, same thing, take that off, and that's how they pay for. That's how they pay. And the bed is not really free. You pay for it out of your government check. But here's the good news: the bad news is the taxpayer got hook up the rest just to pay you, just to pay you up. And old age people, my old age, I do pay taxes on. I got taxes on my old age income now, taxable income. I have to pay tax on income, as you know. I'm paying tax on, and those taxes that can be off like $20 a month in taxes alone on my GRS. So that's how much I'm paying on every freaking month, $20 more. And guess what? Do you want to know? I can tell you. Well, that 20 extra money going towards helping somebody in one of those hospitals somewhere in the province, or somewhere in the country. Well, we're going, helping government, but also helping pay people in homeless shelters to pay for the beds there, too. Home papers for the beds at homeless shelter. Anyway, so it's not a free ride. It doesn't matter whether it's Innismat's House, Willow Place, Good Shepherd Center, I'm married, Good Women's Center, many other places, out there beside might be your local town, you see, you still, the taxpayers pay for it. You pay for it without having a full check from the government. So you yourself end up broke. It's a trap. I call this the hostile trap. It's a trap you get into. You can't get out of. And I'm going to demonstrate this with a USB cord here. Here's the trap. The trap is like this. This is the hostile in that trap. You're going from hostile to hostile, round, around, go round, around, around. As the trap, as the time goes on, it gets a little tighter, less and less money, and eventually, then you see, you go around. Oh, I get out of here, right? I got an apartment finally. You other trap, move into your apartment. See? Yes, hostile. That it's a trap that every homeless gonna fall into in their life. Yeah, anyways, but some homeless people live on the street where they don't have to pay that money. And and the worst part is they get into that's where the trouble's out. Somebody could get in and cause, things like getting involved in selling, getting them to take up an extra bag in a foreign country in Central America, end up in jail. See, that's the whole story about what have happened to a few of those people already. Names I can't mention all that, but it did happen. So remember this: if you don't want, a simple thing, if you can't afford the time in jail, don't do the crime. Simple. You can't afford the time, don't do the crime. And I would never do a crime like that myself. I try to avoid at all costs. I avoid at all costs, but it can happen to anybody. Could happen to me. The building could burn to the ground, I end up homeless. Think about it. Well, I'm going to end here. I'm going to start to say thank you very much for listening. And make sure to tune me in the morning, 3 to 3:30 for Peacemaker Journey. Remember, please, don't drink and drive. Take a taxi, public transit, and be safe. Don't be sorry. And this blog is brought to you by the Peacemaker Journey, exclusively on CFNU Hamilton. 3 to 3 on the Monday. Thank you. Have a wonderful, productive day.